Hello. Today we are going to Titan, a moon of Saturn. Before going there, we'll of course build the rocket, and then we'll go into orbit. And we will use the gravitational pull of Mars and Jupiter to go all the way to Saturn, also known as a gravity assist. That's gonna be this video. A request came in from one of you guys asking if I could give a little bit more insight into the thought process behind building rockets. So in this section of the video, I'm going to show you how to build this rocket, to land on Titan, and also take off from Titan and go into orbit. And we'll start with a little lander, or capsule I mean, and then we add some parachutes, and we can use part clipping. Oh, let me just turn on symmetry. You can use part clipping, so you place it inside the other part, and you select all, and then you move it around, and now it's stuck in the capsule, so you can actually use the parachute. Docking port, very important for if you run out of fuel and you want to, you know, add some more fuel. And RCS thrusters and a little colibri engine. And this usually is enough to get you back to Earth from pretty far. Maybe not from Saturn, but we're gonna add more fuel and more engine, so this should be fine. What am I doing? Stage separator. And let's add three big ones, and then the Valiant engine. And with this rocket, I've tested this before, you should be able to take off from Titan. This should be enough. Landing legs, is that what they're called? Landing legs, yeah. And maybe some RCS thrusters here, and yeah, this should be more than enough to take off from Titan. So now you want to build a rocket around this that can get you to Titan, and also slow down enough in order to not burn up in the atmosphere. So that's what we'll do. We'll do that with a heat shield. I think we'll use 6 wide. But we'll attach it with a stage separator. So now you can detach this heat shield, attach the heat shield and detach it also. It looks a bit nicer now. And then we'll attach another stage separator. So you can see the heat shield is now wrapped in here. And then from here on, we can build a nice big, this one, the Frontier engine. And now we make some boosters around this. The big boys. What do you call the Titan engines? Oh, well, we are going to Titan, so we're gonna need Titan engines. So I'm adding 2 Titan engines for liftoff. What's very important is that you add side separators. What's very important is that you make sure that these boosters run out of fuel earlier than these boosters, or else when you decouple these, they will slam into these boosters, and you want to decouple them as soon as they run out of fuel, or else you're carrying that weight. So you want to make sure that these run out first. And well, it's 3 plus a little bit big tanks, and then 3 Titan engines. And here it's 4 tanks, but it's just 1 Titan engine. So this one should outlast this one. And then once we reach space, I'm pretty sure we still have a little bit of these left, and then we'll switch to the Frontier engine for more fuel efficiency. And yeah, this should do it. So let's give it a go. Oh yeah, and of course we want to add some stages. So hopefully these will run out first. Detach those. And then we'll turn on this one. And hopefully can switch to these. And then once they run out, we'll decouple them. And then we'll be in space. And yeah, we can use these stages later. And switching to the Frontier engines for better fuel efficiency. We still have 12% left in the big tanks, so in the boosters. And we've reached a nice orbit. Now we'll do a prograde burn. And we'll set our target to Mars for the first gravity assist. Fun fact, actually more than 90% of the people watching these YouTube videos are not subscribed. So if you're watching this and you like these videos, you want to see more of them, please, you know, subscribe to the channel, and it will show YouTube that that people actually like these videos, and it shows me that you guys like it, so that I'll keep making more of them. So yeah, please do subscribe if you enjoy this content. Because yeah, I really do like I really do like making these videos and the creative process behind it. And yeah, I think I really enjoy this. So I'm going to continue making them regardless if more people subscribe. But it is a good motivation for me to continue making these. So yeah, consider subscribing. Okay. Okay, I'll stop talking about subscriptions. Okay, you can see that our trajectory was staying more or less the same, and now with RCS we can adjust our trajectory before entering Mars' sphere of influence, and that's how we use Mars as an orbital assist. I'm time warping a little bit closer to Mars so that my adjustments won't be so drastic. It's easier to adjust. Not too close and not too far. Goldilocks. We're getting closer to Mars' sphere of influence, and we're entering at 4,200 meters per second. And now we've entered Mars' sphere of influence, so you can see that our speed has decreased because it's relative to Mars. And now we've exited Mars' sphere of influence, and we have 4,800 meters per second. So that's a 600 meters per second gain. And you can also see that our trajectory is slightly larger than Mars's orbit. So for the next gravity assist, we'll set our target to Jupiter. And Jupiter has a really strong really large sphere of influence, but also really strong gravity. So with Jupiter we should be able to get to Saturn. Okay, we have to use up 1200 meters per second of delta V, and we have 3000 left, so more than enough to get to Jupiter. And with the magic of video editing, we can reach the desired velocity quite fast. There we go. And you can see that with the orbital assist, we're not even close to Jupiter yet. Not even near Callisto. And I think, yep, Dave is still there. We still have to rescue him. Maybe in another video. Okay, let's go to Saturn. And now we watch closely. We have a 2000 meters per second before entering the sphere of influence, and you can see how we will get sort of catapulted around Jupiter, and then in the direction of our orbit. So yeah, it's just perfect. And then we have 2800 meters per second, so that's an 800 meters per second increase. Not too bad. Okay. So what's important here is that we get into orbit around Saturn in the same direction as that the other planets are going. So in this case Titan, but they're all orbiting in the same direction, but we want to enter from the same direction as well, as you can see here. You can see that with your escape and encounter. Or else you'll be going in the opposite direction of the planet and you're gonna have a hard time landing. You'll need to use more delta V. So yeah. Okay, and we navigate to Titan, and to get into orbit of Saturn, do a retrograde burn. So you set your SAS to prograde and then minus 180 degrees. I would highly recommend adding SAS to your mods. And we'll try and get as close as possible to Titan. You could choose to go right into the atmosphere and do an aero brake, but since I have more than enough fuel left, I'll just do a retrograde burn, and in that way we'll have a more majestic landing, I hope. And here you can see the arrow trajectory, hard at work. Also a mod. I think it's a nice addition to the game. It basically predicts how your rocket will arrow brake, depending on the angle as well. So it's not perfect, the mod, but it gives a pretty good estimate of where you will land. We are descending quite gently. And here you can see where we will probably land. I think it's really cool they added oceans on Titan. And all those names. As you can see, we are descending quite slowly, so I'll do a little fast forwarding. And there she goes. I'm using smart SES here to for the rocket to stay perfectly in retrograde. Atmosphere is slowing us down. Oh. Oof. Okay, that was painful. Let's try that again. I actually want to land closer to the oceans. To the ocean. I think that would be more fun. Okay. Well, that was landing on Titan. As you can see, we have a lot of fuel left, so we can make it back into orbit. But before we do that, I actually want to check out that ocean a little bit more. So I think we'll fly to the coast first. Actually, let's revert to before we landed, and we can fly to the coast from here. There we go. Fast forward a little bit. There we go. I think this will be a nice view of the ocean. What's it called again? I'm reading Shangri-La Ocean. La Ocean. It's French. Maybe a French astronomer. Or maybe the developers from Spaceflight Simulator made it up themselves. I'm just gonna Google it now. Shangri-La Ocean. Saturn. Shangri-La. Oh. The name of the ocean is Shangri-La. It's named after the mythical paradise in Tibet, named Shangri-La. And that's what we're landing next to. That's pretty cool. It is thought to be an immense sand sea of dark, carbon-rich material. One of the 3 major equatorial sand seas on the moon. Shangri-La is studded with bright islands of higher ground called Inselbergs, which are thought to be protrusions of the icy bedrock. The composition of the sand itself is unknown and a current area of research, although orbital observations strongly suggest organic compounds. That's pretty cool. So it's a sand sea, or it's yeah, it says here sand sea. Interesting. It's a liquid sand, maybe. I don't know. This is above my expertise. Would you look at that? Right next to the coast. Okay, so yeah. Let's try and get back into orbit, shall we? Can be quite tricky, such a thick atmosphere. And we have to be patient. Or maybe we just fast forward a little. Perfect. And now we can get into a nice orbit. And that will be also the end of this video. Because in this video we'll not be going back to Earth yet. We are going, or in the next video we're going to land on the nearest moon. Let me just check which one that is. And yeah, we'll go to the closest one, so that's Pan. So the next video will be landing on Pan. And then the video after that will be landing on Mimas. And yeah, so stay tuned if you want to see those landings. And have a good day, I guess.